Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hamilton County Television proudly presents IHSAA Sectional Baseball, Sectional 8, coming to us this year from Don Dunker Field in Noblesville, Indiana. We'd like to give a special thanks to all of our hometown sponsors for sponsoring the sectional games tonight. They include Classic Movie Events, Community Health, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Ivy Tech, Logan Street Signs and Banners, in Noblesville Trophies. I'm Brad Silbert along with Wes Sheely. Will is on the camera, Jim is in the truck, and Wes, we're about ready to go for Game 2 here. It started out an exciting first game earlier this evening, and looks like we're going to probably have another exciting one here.
Yeah, it definitely does. We had a great game that first game. Fishers winning 2-0 over North Central to advance to the semifinals of this sectional. They'll face the winner of this game, Hamilton Southeastern or Westfield.
The Westfield Shamrocks just being introduced now. They will be the home team for this game. These teams met 3 times during the regular season in the 3-game Hoosier Crossroad Conference Series.
In that series, Westfield won 2 out of the 3 games, with IHSAA taking the final game of the 3-game series.
The first 2 games, as I recall, were very close. One of them was an 8-inning game, and the second game, I believe, was a 5-run or 4-run game. But no, well, the first game was a 7-6. And the second one was 5-1, but it also went 8 innings. But then the third game, which was also played at Hamilton Southeastern, ended up 18-7. And both of these teams have gone through streaks this season, Wes. Westfield did start a little bit on the slow side with an 0-8 record, but they did play Noblesville and Zionsville right out of the gate. They played Carmel. And they played some excellent competition right out of the gate, which made it, rather rough for them. And then they were 1-8 when these teams met before, and the Royals had come out of the gate hot and had been playing very, very well. And then they hit about a 2-week streak there where things just didn't go well for them.
Yeah, but the Royals finished the season up pretty strong, going 9-0, and that's what you want heading into the tournament.
Yeah, and who we're going to see Ryan Pepio on the mound tonight for the Shamrocks. Ryan is most definitely their leading pitcher. He's worked a lot of innings, got a very, very good record. He is I would call him the workhorse of the team. He is a senior for Coach Ryan Bunnell, and one of the stars of this team. They lost a lot to graduation last year, but Pepio was one of the players that came back that they have been extremely pleased with and has done just a great job. Another example of a great player for the Shamrocks is Milo Bean. He's a good one. What have you got? What can you tell us about Pepio?
Pepio comes into the game with a 1.98 ERA with a 4-2 record on the regular season. Definitely what I would consider their number one.
Well, this is a situation for both of these teams here, Wes. They're fairly evenly matched. Although if you look at rankings, Hamilton Southeastern is up in the rankings, but you look at the history from the games earlier this season, and Westfield has won 2 out of 3 of those games. But the games they did win. One of them was an overtime game. The other was a 1-run game. But the game they lost 18-7. So we'll just have to see what happens here. Here comes the first pitch from Pepio to the left fielder Jackson Sweeney, high and outside for ball 1.
Sweeney comes in batting .244 on the season.
That one's over the lower corner of the plate, right at the knees, a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're just starting the top of the first. Glad to have you with us tonight. Thank you for joining us on Hamilton County Television. That one hits Sweeney. So the Royals put their first runner on the bases, and I think, Wes, in games like this, any way you can get on the bases is big.
Yes, it is. We saw that in the last game with a 2-0 win for Fishers. The runs were at a premium, so anytime you got a base runner, it puts you in the catbird seat.
Well, we'll just have to see if the first inning for both of these teams works out the way it did for Fishers and North Central. It was a little bit tense in the first inning for both teams, but they eventually settled down. Matt Gorski steps in, takes the first pitch for ball one, right up on top of the plate there. Here's a throw over to first. Sweeney back in plenty of time. The Royals aren't afraid to take a lead and try to steal. The pitch from Pepio. There's a well-hit ball to center field. Way, way back there. On the warning track is Milo Beam, and he takes that ball in.
Well-hit ball by Gorski with warning track power there.
When that ball left the bat, I thought that might have a chance to be out of here because that was hit very, very high. But I don't think the wind is quite as strong now as it was during the first game.
I think it's died down a little bit.
J.B. Washburn steps in. Outside, that gets away from the catcher, Jacob Garrett. And Jackson Sweeney is on second base. 75 degrees here in Noblesville. Wind officially listed out of the south at about 12 miles an hour. 64% humidity, so the ball should fly fairly well tonight with the lower humidity.
Should be live.
So the Royals have got a runner in scoring position with one out here in the top of the first. Shortstop J.B. Washburn. There's a pop-up in foul territory. Garrett is under it, makes the play. Very difficult play on that one, Wes, for that catcher to make.
That is tough. His main job is to locate the ball and turn his back to the field. And then he has to throw his helmet out of the way so it's not a tripping hazard.
Yeah.
All while concentrating on the ball, getting under it, and making the catch.
And I don't think the third baseman, Schneider, would have had time to get in there and get under it, although he might have had a better angle on it. 2 outs for the Royals in the top of the first. Runner on second. Carter Pori, the designated hitter, steps in. That one's a little inside for ball one. Nine out of 10 of these batters that you see nowadays, Wes, they are so close to the plate. Pori hits a foul ball to the third base coaching box. Corey Seitz, a former shortstop and second baseman, made the play. One and one on Carter Pori. There's one fouled off to the right side, out of play.
Pori comes in with a .294 batting average, so I think being up on that play works for him.
He's also way at the front of the batter's box, too. His left foot is almost on that chalk line there. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Carter Pori. Another pop-up. This one could be trouble. Looks like the center fielder, Milo Beam, comes in and makes the play. So for the Royals in the top of the first, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on the bases. Coming up for the Westfield Shamrocks in the bottom of the first will be Milo Beam, Logan McClurg, and Harrison Freed. Well, what we're seeing tonight here, Wes, is we're going to see probably on these two squads the best two pitchers that these squads can offer. Packmeyer has just been is had a tremendous season this year.
He really has, Brad. He comes into the game with a 1.87 ERA with a record of 6-2 on the season. So he's definitely getting the job done.
And Packmeyer is the type of pitcher, from what I've seen of him this season, that he normally goes very, very deep into the game. And, if the Royals do go on to win this game, there will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off between the next game. But in normal season play, when you've got the games back to back to back, it's really important to get pitchers like Packmeyer and also like Pepio, who can go deep into a game and not have to rely on your bullpen quite as much.
Yeah, we talked a lot in that first game about pitch count and keeping those numbers low. In this tournament situation where they come back and play Monday morning, it's possible these guys, if they keep their pitch count low, they'll be available. If not to start, at least come out of the bullpen.
Well, you've got to believe that Ryan Bunnell and Scott Henson are going to be pulling out all the stops in this game tonight. Milo Beam steps in for the Shamrocks, takes the first pitch. Fastball over the heart of the plate for strike one. That one gets away from Spencer Irick. A little bit outside. Evens the count at 1-1. There's a strike over the outside corner. To our right, they liked it. To our left, they didn't.
It was definitely in the lower part of the zone.
It was. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouled off to the left. We'll have to get Jim to get us a couple crowd mics, left on the home team, right on the, so we can follow the oohs and ahs of the game.
That might be a little dangerous.
There's a bouncing ball to Jackson Sweeney. Correction, that's Jack Lang. Quickly over to Owen Callahan for the first out.
Exactly. The mic suggestion might be
you might have to put it on a delay.
With a dump button.
Yeah. Bouncing ball right back to Michael Packmeyer. Underhands it to Owen Callahan for the second out. I didn't think he was going to get that out of his hand there for a second. You counting the stitches on there. I'd like to thank everybody who is joining us tonight on Hamilton County Television. Let us know where you're watching from. We'd like to hear from you. #HCTelevision.com on Twitter and www.facebook.com/Hamilton County TV on Facebook. Let us know where you're at. Let us know if you like us. Let us know if you don't like us. That's the only way we can make things better, right, Wes?
That's right.
We're trying our hardest. 0-1 on the first baseman, Harrison Freed. Swing and a miss. That kind of looked like a slider to me. Was that what that was?
And low in the zone, too. I think Packmeyer's learning the tendency of his umpire and playing that.
Mm-hmm. The home plate umpire for this game is Steve Titus. Aaron Utes is over at first, and Mark Maxwell is over at third. So Harrison Freed goes down swinging to end the first inning. In the bottom of the first for the Shamrocks, no runs, no hits, no errors. Through one, there is no score. Fans, we'd like to tell you about a special event coming up. It's the 2016 Classic Movies event starting Friday, June 3rd in Forest Park. It will run through August 5th. You want to look for shelter number 1. If you'd like more information on it, you can go to www.classicmovieevents.com. The movies are free. They'll be Friday nights through August 5th. And coming up Friday night, August 5th, a special presentation of the 2015 Star Wars movie, The Force Awakens. The movie event is sponsored by Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and Hamilton County TV. Wes, did you see some of these movies that are going to be out there?
I did. It's a good list. It's a little something for everybody.
Yeah, if you like classics, you can't go wrong with some of these. National Velvet, October Sky, back from 1938. Clark Gable and Myrna Loy, Too Hot to Handle. Three Musketeers. Wow, what a lineup of great entertainment every Friday night through August 5th at Forest Park. We're through one, and unlike the first game tonight, the pitchers both pretty well got through the first inning pretty much unscathed. The only problem that was run into was Ryan Pepio hit the first battery face, but other than that, the pitchers have gone through here very well in the first inning. First baseman Owen Callahan steps in. There's a line drive out to the right fielder, Max McCool. McCool had to come in about 3 or 4 steps, makes the catch. He had that played perfectly.
He did, and he's pretty fortunate in that there's nice shade out in right field right now, or that sun would be pretty brutal.
Yeah, where he's standing right now, he's in the sun, but where he managed to make that catch, he was in the shade, because that could have been, he could have very easily either lost that in the sun or lost it in the lights. First pitch to the right fielder, Brock Burns, bounces in for ball 1. The 5, 6, and 7 batters due up this inning for the Royals. Swing and a miss. Actually, I think that turned out to be a foul tip. It sounded like a foul tip.
I think so.
One way or the other, it's a strike, right?
Pepio's up there throwing hard. He's got that good downhill fastball.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Outside. 2-1. Brock Burns didn't see a lot of playing action until the last, probably about the last 8 or 10 games of the season, and he became a regular starter for the Royals. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2-2.
Well, he comes in hitting .286, so he's had some success at the plate.
He's a good hitter. He's got some home runs. He's got some power. Got a lot of mobility out there in the outfield. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Burns goes down on pitches. Second out of the top of the 7th. Pitcher Mike Packmeyer steps in.
Packmeyer comes in leading the team in batting as well as pitching with a .444 average.
One of the few pitchers I have ever seen who gets used as a designated hitter on occasion. 2-0 on Packmeyer. I think Pepio realizes this young man has got a lot of power, and he's not avoiding him, but probably trying to not really give him anything that he can hit well. There's one over the outside corner at the knees. 2 balls and a strike. Pitcher versus pitcher. Power versus power, both ways. That one's over the lower inside corner of the plate. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the top of the 2nd. The 2-2 pitch. Ooh, just missed on that one. I think that one might have been just a shade low. It looked like it might have caught that corner of the plate. But, full count for Michael Packmeyer. Swing and a miss. Packmeyer goes down swinging. So in the top of the second for the Royals, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on the bases. Middle of the second, still no score. Due up for the Shamrocks in the bottom of the second are Ryan Pepio, Matt Meyer, and Jackson Garrett. Fans, Logan Street Signs and Banners specializes in last-minute signage and banners. Serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 or visit them on their website at www.loganstreetsigns.com. We're glad you joined us here tonight on Hamilton County Television, but we'd also like to urge anybody watching tonight, if you get a chance to get out here Monday to see these games Monday, you will see some great baseball. If you can't get to the park or you're watching somewhere else in the country, we'd be happy to have you join us. But you are, by not being here, we're happy to have you with us, obviously, but you're missing some great baseball here in this sectional. I was looking up and down the sectional lineup today, Wes, and this has got to be one of the best, if not the best, sectionals in Class 4A in the state.
It has historically been one of the best. Of course, Noblesville came out of this sectional a couple of years ago and won state. Monday promises to be a great day of baseball with Fishers taking on the winner of this game, and then in the second game on Monday, Carmel and Noblesville facing off in the other semifinal.
Ryan Pepio takes the first pitch. The ground ball to the shortstop Washburn. Over to first. Easy play. Ryan Pepio is retired. Understand that the first game tonight is now available on demand. HCTV Sports, I believe was it 1 or 2? I can't remember which it was. HCTVsports.com. So after you watch this game, you can watch the other game and see how the Tigers did in the Panthers. Shortstop Matt Myers. That's a little bit low. 2 balls, no strikes. Myers with a gold 27 on the back of his white uniform. Swing, foul ball off to the right. Callahan is chasing it. Just barely missed it. He was headed toward the fence. He was just a few feet from the fence, and I don't know if he got a little fearful of that fence running into it or what happened, or if he just couldn't catch up with it.
He's a pretty good athlete. I'm sure that if he had a chance to get that one, he would, regardless whether the fence is there. He's pretty gritty. He'd run through that fence, I think.
2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, evens the count at 2-2. Foul tip. I believe Mr. Packmeyer will be at Ball State next year, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of talent, a lot of baseball talent in Hamilton County.
Oh, there is.
Going on at the college level. The 2-2 pitch. Swing, foul tip once again.
And a lot of young talent.
Yeah.
And baseball is going to be good for several years. Even across the state, Indiana has become such a powerhouse in baseball in the past few years. It's good to see the colleges looking at our state instead of driving down south to Kentucky or Tennessee.
So Matt Myers collects the first hit of the night for either team. Single right straight up over second base. 1 out and 1 on for the catcher, Jackson Garrett. Strike one over that lower inside corner.
Jackson was showing bunt there for a while and then pulled back.
Another one in the same place over that lower inside corner. At least through the first 2 innings, Steve Titus has been a pitcher's umpire so far. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Second out of the inning. Second strikeout for Mike Packmeyer.
Yeah, if a pitcher can figure out where the umpire's zone is early, it definitely plays into their favor.
That's very true. Of course, the same is for the batters too, Wes. But
right.
The big thing that coaches always say is, and everybody says with an umpire, if you're gonna be off the plate, be consistent off the plate. If you're gonna be, inside, be consistent in that. And I'm gonna say that Steve Titus has been very, very consistent through the first 2 innings, where he's calling the balls and strikes. 1-0 on Logan Schneider. Foul back. Meyer had taken off with the pitch. I think he probably would have had second stolen on that one because he got a very, very good jump on that.
I think the hit and run might have been on that. He got a good jump, and Schneider was swinging all the way.
There's another one over that lower outside corner. A ball and 2 strikes on Logan Schneider. Another one of those players right up on the plate. There's a ground ball or a liner into left. So Logan Schneider is on with a base hit. So that puts runners at first and second with 2 outs and brings up the designated hitter, Will McCool. The Shamrocks with an opportunity here in the bottom of the second to put a run or 2 on the board, take an early lead if possible. McCool takes that first pitch right over that lower outs, or rather inside corner there, lower inside corner. The 0-1 pitch tried to go outside that time, and McCool fouled it off. 0-2. Packmeyer has been getting ahead of the batters pretty well. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Packmeyer. Swing and a miss. The Shamrocks threaten, but they don't get it done. So in the bottom of the second for the Shamrocks, there were no runs. There were 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on the bases at the end of 2. Shamrocks, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Royals, no runs, no hits, no errors. Logan Street Signs and Banners specializes in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. Contact them at 317-773-7200 or visit their website, www.loganstreetsigns.com. Once again, if you're watching the game tonight, we'd love to hear from you here at Hamilton County Television. You can get us at #HCTelevision.com on Twitter or get us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Hamilton County TV. Let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. We're moving into the top of the third. West, so far, as we predicted early in the game, we got a pitcher's duel here.
Definitely do. Both pitchers are locating the ball well.
First up for the Royals here in the top of the third, center fielder number 9, Cole Jacobs.
Keeping the batters off balance and getting the job done.
Cole Jacobs, Jack Ling, and Jackson Sweeney are due up for the Royals. in the top of the third. A lot of people look at a batter like Cole Jacobs and look at his batting average and say, why isn't he batting higher in the order? Because got a good batting average, but they've always had him down there in the lower part of the order. Here's a high pop-up, foul territory. Garrett gets under it and makes the play. That's the second nice play Garrett has made on a foul ball.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job back there, getting his body turned around and facing the right direction where the ball is coming back to him.
Well, fortunately for the fielders tonight, the wind is not a real big factor tonight. I think a high fly ball to left field, it might help it a little bit, but the wind is not as big of a factor as some of the games you saw earlier this season where I can remember one game where a ball was hit, popped up to the area of the shortstop, and it ended up near second base with the wind blowing it so bad. I don't know if you were doing a game that day, Wes, or not, but I think that was the day we had like the sustained winds in the 30s and 40s all day long. Jack Lang, the third baseman. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
It's definitely a strange spring as far as weather's concerned. A lot of rain this year, a lot of rainouts, reschedules.
Yeah, I was telling people during the season that a year ago, the 2015 season, I never had a home game changed. But boy, this year it was just like the old pin the tail on the donkey trip. Okay, yeah, let's or pin the tail on the on the calendar.
Right.
What it's going to be. Back to the top of the order, Jackson Sweeney steps in. Bouncer out to the shortstop, Myers. Over to first, makes the play. So in the top of the third for the Royals, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left in the bases. Middle of the third, still no score. Wes, let's talk about what's coming up on Saturday. On Saturday, obviously, the Fishers Tigers are going to be playing. But the other game that we will see on Saturday.
Monday,
that promises to be a great game between the Carmel Greyhounds and the Noblesville Millers.
It really does. Both teams had excellent records, with Noblesville finishing tied for the Hoosier Crossroads Conference title thanks to that last game win of Fishers over Zionsville to give them a share of that title. And then Carmel had, I think, a pretty similar record.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same. Can you imagine what this sectional would have been if there would not have been realignment this year, with Zionsville in this instead of North Central?
If Zionsville would have been in this,
it would have been the top, at least the top 4 teams in 4A would have been playing all in the same sectional. Wow. Max McCool steps in to start the bottom of the third for the Shamrocks. Sun just about ready to set over there in the western sky. That one bounces into Irick. Ball 1.
Max McCool, the other half of the McCool brothers, pair of brothers playing on the Westfield team.
Mm-hmm.
With the Pepios and the McCools.
There's a chopper that ends up going into the stands on the right side of the field. Nice crowd here tonight. The bleachers are all pretty well filled. A lot of people standing up and down the fence lines on each side.
Very good turnout for both teams.
1-2 on Max McCool. Brother Will struck out to end the second inning. Foul tip. That one bounced off Packmeyer somehow or another. I couldn't tell whether it came off of his glove, his shin guard, or his mask. I heard it. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the right fielder, McCool. There's another foul ball off to the right. This Hazeldell complex out here is very, very nice. Lots of soccer fields out here, baseball, softball. A lot going on here in the community of Noblesville. Swing and a foul again.
We spent many nights in Field of Dreams during travel ball season.
Mm-hmm. You know, the strange thing about this field is it's actually closer to Westfield High School than it is to Noblesville High School. But it is a beautiful facility.
It has to be one of the premier sites in the state.
Well, you know, Wes, if you just, you just take the Hoosier Crossroad Conference and the teams that we see all the time, every one of those schools has got a very, very nice baseball facility. There's a ground ball to Matt Gorski at second. Over to Callahan at first, makes the play.
Very nice play by Gorski.
Yeah.
Moving to his right and then having to make the jump throw back to first base.
He not only had to catch the ball, he had to turn around to make the throw. So, yeah, the kids who play on these fields, they've got some of the best baseball fields in the state of Indiana to play on. The fields are all very, very well maintained. From a fan standpoint, they're very good. Westfield, of course, built a new school several years ago and new athletic facilities, and they've got just a gorgeous facility out there in Shamrock Land. 0-2 on Milo Beam. Bounced out to the third baseman, Jack Lang, his first time up. That one's a little bit low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. When my son played ball, as well as, your son played after my son did, but he always commented to me, Dad, we're so lucky we got such nice places to play. The 1-2 count. Little inside.
Yeah, the younger players definitely see that when they travel to other facilities to play and compare what they have at Field of Dreams or at Billericay Park and Fishers to some of the other facilities. Hands down.
Full count now on Milo Beam, the leadoff man in the Shamrock batting order. The 3-2 pitch. Got him looking. I don't think Mr. Beam was too happy with that call.
So.
He kind of turned and I don't believe he said anything, but
that's probably a good thing.
If it's one of those, I think, if looks could kill. Third strikeout of the game for Michael Packmeyer. Logan McClure steps in. Ball 1. There's a strike at the knees on the outside corner. Of course, Grand Park in Westfield. What a facility. Wow.
That's really helped out a lot with the rainouts that we've had.
What a play by J.B. Washburn to get Logan McClure for the third out of the inning. So in the bottom of the third for the Shamrocks, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on the bases. End of 3, there is no score. Fans Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provides you with same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out at www.noblesvilletrophies.com. So we're seeing a great pitcher's duel here through 3, Wes.
Yeah, it's definitely a good job by both pitchers. Packmeyer at this point has thrown 41 pitches, 35 strikes, and 6 balls.
Wow.
His counterpart on Westfield, Brian Pepio, has thrown 29 pitches, 19 strikes, 10 balls. Very efficient.
Have you got their first pitch? How many strikes they've done on first pitch? Any chance?
I probably do.
Okay. Well, if it's easy to get, I'd be curious about it. But Matt Gorski steps in. In the period of 1 week, a couple weeks ago, Matt Gorski had 3 Grand Slam homers. He hits a hot shot to third base. Schneider knocks it down. Gorski beats it out. We'll have to see how that gets scored. Is that going to be a base hit, or is that going to be an error? Rich Harden trying to make up his mind whether he wants to call that a hit or an error.
And it's a hit.
That is a hit. The first hit of the night for the Royals. One of those 3 Grand Slammers, Wes, was an inside the park Grand Slam home run.
That's pretty impressive.
I have, all the years I've been around baseball, I have never seen an inside the park Grand Slam home run. And he earned every bit of it.
He had to.
Mm-hmm. Of course, you talk to the Hamilton Southeastern Brain Trust, the third base coach, Corey Seitz, tells you, I was trying to stop him at third, and he just kept going. Swing and a miss. On the play, Gorski takes second for a stolen base. J.B. Washburn steps back in, the Royals shortstop. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, I think that was a straight steal for Gorski because JB swung at a pitch so far out of the zone. That's very uncharacteristic.
Yeah.
For him.
0-2 on Washburn. Popped out to the catcher, Jacob Garrett, in foul territory, his first time up in the first inning. No outs, 1 on.
Wow.
Looks like they're changing that hit to an error.
Yes, they are.
E5. I can see justification for that either way, Wes.
Either way, yeah, that's
it was a hot shot to Schneider. If he does field it cleanly, he's got Gorski. But Gorski is also a very fast runner. That one's a little bit low, but rung up on strike 3 is Washburn. Pepio hit that lower outside corner again, Wes. That
Yes,
they've been calling that all night long. Designated hitter Carter Pori steps in. Big swing and a miss.
Pori flew out to right last at bat.
(0-1) on Pori. Time on the field. Owen Callahan is on deck. Pepio taking his time out there.
A little gamesmanship going on here between Pepio and Pori.
The 0-1 delivery is a little bit low, evens the count at 1-1.
Gorski at second doing his part to distract Pepio.
Another called strike, 1-2.
Nice breaking ball. That started at Pori's head, and by the time it crossed the plate, it was on the outside corner, or outside half.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Carter Pori. Way outside. Evens count up at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch coming. Got him on that lower corner of the plate once again. Exactly the same pitch that J.B. Washburn was called out on.
I think both pitchers have realized where they can go and what's going to be called when they go there.
5th strikeout for Ryan Pepio. Owen Callahan steps in. He lined out to right field his last time up. Matt Gorski on second, 2 outs. We're in the top of the 4th. Callahan hits a pop-up that's going out of play to the left. A lot of foul territory on these fields here in Hamilton County West.
There really is. They've got the foul lines going straight off the dugouts down to the corners. Plenty of room to take advantage of a foul ball.
Mm-hmm. Pepio thought about throwing to second there, but did not. Meyer was moving over there, almost faking like he was going to try to cover Matt Gorski. Gorski kind of rocking back and forth there. There's a ground ball, scooped up by the third baseman. Schneider gets it over to Freed for the 3rd out of the inning. So in the top of the 4th for the Royals, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left on the bases. Middle of the 4th, still no score. The Shamrocks are going to send Harrison Freed, Ryan Pepio, and Matt Meyer up in the bottom of the 4th. Community Health is Central Indiana's leader in providing health care services where and when patients need them. With any questions, you can contact Community Health at 317-355-7775 or check out their website, www.ecommunity.com. I'm Brad Silbert along with Wes Sheely. You're watching IHSAA Baseball Sectionals, Sectional 8 action. Earlier this evening, the Fishers Tigers defeated the North Central Panthers 2-0. If you'd like to take a look at that game, that is available on demand now at hctvsports.com, as this game will be within about an hour or two after the game is over. Thank you for joining us here on Hamilton County TV. It's great to have you with us wherever you happen to be watching this evening.
First baseman number 5, Harrison Freed.
Harrison Freed steps in to lead off the bottom of the 4th for the Shamrocks. There's a ground ball kind of up the middle. Gorski makes a play on it. That's definitely got to be a hit, Wes.
That was a tough play. Gorski had to field that almost directly behind second base and, again, have to do that jump, spin, throw. That's tough for anybody.
And on top of that, he was running at full speed away from first base. So the Shamrocks have collected their 3rd hit of the night. That brings up the pitcher, Ryan Pepio. Pepio grounded to the shortstop to lead off the second inning. No score here at the bottom of the fourth. There's a belt-high fastball. Evens the count at 1-1. Harrison Freed gets a lead at first. The pitch to Pepio. Packmeyer was trying to hit that lower inside corner again, but missed it this time. 2 balls and a strike. That one bounces away on the play. Harrison Freed takes second. That will be a wild pitch. Also makes a count 3-1 on Ryan Pepio. Shamrocks are threatening here in the bottom of the fourth. Coach Scott Henson comes out with some words for his team. Well, maybe not necessarily words for his team. He's going to ask the third base umpire a question. I'm not sure what they might be talking about.
I think he might be questioning whether or not Harrison Freed overslid the bag.
Okay.
And
well, apparently they have the second and third base umpire have conferred, and I saw him give the safe sign.
High school's version of the instant replay.
Yeah. I did not notice the overslide from here.
It was pretty close. He reached back and grabbed the bag with his hand, but he was definitely on the backside of the bag.
There's a swing and a drive into the gap in left field. What a catch by Cole Jacobs.
Beautiful play by Cole. Nice range. He tracked that ball well. He did the sliding pop-up and turn and throw back to second to try to double up Freed, who was able to get back safely. Great play, though.
Yeah, Cole made a wonderful play. He actually saved a run on a double there.
He definitely did. If that would have gotten by him, it would have gone to the fence. Freed would have scored easily.
Matt Meyer steps in. He had a base hit right up the center of the field his last time up. And he's going to do exactly the same thing again. Now they're going to be a play at the plate. Irick misses the play. So the Shamrocks put the first run of the game on the board on their fourth hit of the evening. Credit Myers with a single. Give him second on the throw in. And I think had Spencer Irick been able to field that ball, Wes, there would have been a play there at the plate, and he possibly could have had Freed out. But as it was, he could not handle the ball. And the Shamrocks are up 1-0. 1 out, a runner on second. Jackson Garrett steps in.
The throw didn't look too bad.
No, it didn't.
It was up the line where you want it, and the runner was in front of him when the ball came to Spencer Irick.
I don't know if Irick just took his eye off the ball and looked at the runner, but it looked like he should have had a play on it.
So many things have to go right all at one time in that situation, and one little thing.
1 ball, 1 strike on Jackson Garrett. There's a swing and a little bouncer. That is a fair ball. Brock Burns tried to catch that ball, and he could not make the catch. So the result of that is another run and another hit. Myers scores from second, and Jackson Garrett ends up on second. I'm going to give Jackson Garrett a 2-base hit on that all the way.
Yeah, I think you have to.
So the Shamrocks have broken this one open here.
Brock Burns made a good attempt at that with his diving try on the ball.
Just barely fair. And we got Cameron Nance going in to run for Jackson Garrett at second base.
Coach Henson came out to talk to home plate umpire Titus about the location of that ball.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, Titus confirmed that it was a fair ball.
Well, I was watching both of them. I was watching, obviously, more Burns than I was watching the home plate umpire, but he did not hesitate in the least in calling that a fair ball.
No, not at all.
So Cam Nance is going to be the courtesy runner for Jackson Garrett. 1 out, 2 runs are in, 3 hits. The Shamrocks with a chance to put another run on the board here. Logan Schneider had a base hit his first time up between short and third base.
Westfield's looking to put up some big numbers this inning.
That's going to score another run. That one's going to go all the way to the fence. Jackson Sweeney picks it up. And into second is Logan Schneider with a double and an RBI. So the Shamrocks have figured out how to hit the ball against Mike Packmeyer and put 3 runs across here in the bottom of the third, or bottom of the fourth, on 4 hits. 2 base hits, 2 doubles. Will McCool steps in now. There's a bouncer to the third baseman. He overthrows first base.
And it went out.
That one's going to score another run.
The ball went out of play.
Okay, the ball went out of play. Will he have to go?
He gets 2 bases from the start of the play. He should get 2 bases.
Now they're giving him home.
The ruling on the field is he should get 2 bases from the start of the play. He was at second base. When the ball went out, he was at third, so he's allowed to advance to home to score the run.
Well, if it could go wrong for the Royals this inning, it has gone wrong, Wes, between hits and errors and overthrows and just general mistakes. The Westfield Shamrocks have put 4 runs on the board so far on 4 hits and 1 error, still only 1 out. That's the type of play that Jack Lang normally is very good at. He just plain and simple skied that ball over the head of Owen Callahan. Max McCool is at the plate. Strike 1.
Yeah, Jack Lang's usually pretty steady over there at third base.
Yes, he is.
Just got a little rushed with the runner at second. He had to look him back before he threw to first. Nice snap throw from Pagmeyer back to second base. He
made what shouldn't have been a close play, a fairly close play there. There's a foul ball, just going to be out of the play. Owen Callahan was right there at the fence. but did not have a play on it.
I think if we're playing at any other park, that overthrow to first base probably stays in the playing field. Noblesville has a short fence along each foul line.
Yeah, they do.
That allowed that ball to get out.
Good play there by Matt Gorski. He picks that one up and gets the second out of the inning.
That was a nice play on the short hop. He just reached out, kind of snagged the ball.
Hard hit ball.
It was.
Top of the order coming up for the Shamrocks. Milo Beam steps in. Strike one on Beam.
Again, Westfield doing a nice job of hitting behind the runner.
Yes.
Allowing him to advance to third base.
Good basic baseball.
Getting him 90 feet from another run this inning.
A little high and inside, evens the count at 1-1.
Both dugouts are very much alive and into this game.
Rather active.
Yes, they are.
That's good to see, though. It's good to see that the kids are into the game. One ball, two strikes on Milo Beam. Fouls that off to the left. The 1-2 pitch from Mike Packmeyer. Another foul ball off to the left.
Beam doing a nice job up there, battling with two strikes.
Royals have got John McGee loosening up down in the bullpen. There's a high fly ball. Looks like the right fielder Brock Burns is going to take that in to end the fourth inning. But in the bottom of the fourth for the Shamrocks, there were 4 runs and 4 hits, 1 error, 1 left on the bases. End of 4, Shamrocks 4, Royals nothing. Wes, quite a turn of events there. We went from what had been a great pitchers duel to all of a sudden a 4-run deficit for the Royals to make up, a 4-run cushion for Ryan Pepio.
Yeah, it was. We were talking before the game about how on paper it looked like HSE should, be able to handle this game based on record and things like that. But this is why we play the game.
Yeah, you never can.
you never know. When you've got your number ones facing off against each other.
It's just one of those things in this sport or in any athletic endeavor. It's just one of those things that, you can say that, you talk about what they used to talk about in the NFL on any given Sunday. Any team can beat any other team.
Exactly.
In that. But, this game is far from over.
Most definitely.
We're just in the top of the 5th inning here, and the Royals, we have seen through the season, are capable of putting a lot of runs on the board.
Well, and Westfield knows that after HSE put up 18 on them. So.
Yeah. And Ryan Pepio right now, you would have to say he's probably in overdrive and on cruise control because he's definitely in charge in this game right now. And if he can keep going the way he's going, the Shamrocks will be playing once again on Monday. Brock Burns, the number 6 batter in Coach Scott Henson's order. 0-1. A little bit high, evens it up at 1-1. Better get my math right there. Ooh, that one hit him. Looked like that got him right about on the shoulder there, Wes.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, the Royals really don't need to be greedy here, but if they could get at least maybe one or at least two of these runs back this inning.
Yeah, if they could cut this in half, they would be happy.
They would be in good shape. They've got to solve Ryan Pepio,
right?
Period. And, we'll just have to see what happens. Mike Packmeyer steps in, struck out swinging in the second. Pepio throws over to first. Burns is back in plenty of time. Burns got about a 3 or 4 step lead over there. Packmeyer takes the first pitch outside for ball 1.
You would think this being the second time through for these guys, they would have learned something that first time around that'll give them an advantage at the plate.
Yep, definitely. Still 72 degrees here.
Beautiful night.
Yes. They don't make them much better than this. There's a high pop-up over to the left. Might stay in the stadium, but nobody's going to get to it. I got to tell you, about 9 hours ago, I was wondering if we were going to be playing tonight, the way it was raining near my office in Fishers. And did it rain downtown too?
Downtown it rained quite a bit more than it did here. There were about 3 hours where it rained off and on pretty steady.
Mm-hmm.
I kept looking out my window thinking that if they're getting this in Hamilton County, we might be in trouble tonight. But beautiful night.
Tomorrow. Pepio makes a throw over to first, kind of a, I don't know what I'd call that.
That was a keep him honest throw.
Yeah.
Just to let him know that he knows he's over there.
They got so much music, it's hilarious.
Foul straight back. Still 1-2 on the pitcher, Mike Packmeyer. Another throw over to first. Burns is back in time. I do believe that Coach Scott Henson has got a lot of confidence in Mike Packmeyer. But I do believe the reason that he's got McGee winding up, warming up out there is they just can't afford to give any more runs to the Shamrocks.
Right.
That one's a little bit inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think he's just making sure that he's got himself covered if Packmeyer comes back out and any kind of trouble.
Yeah.
The first sign, I'm sure we'll see McGee.
There's a hot shot over the outstretched arms of Logan Snyder. Ball is going to third, and the Royals will have runners at second and third with no outs. Burns advances from first to third. Packmeyer, I know he'll get a hit on that, but will we give him a double or a single? Going to give him a single and give him second on the throw. One way or the other, the Royals get their first 2 hits, or rather their first hit of the game. Burns was hit by a pitch. But the Royals are in business here with no outs, runners on second and third. In a courtesy runner for Packmeyer at second. I did not see who went in there. That's a little bit inside to Cole Jacobs. Oh, that'd be Dalton Hutchison is the courtesy runner. Outside, ball 2 on Cole Jacobs.
Coach Bonnell's calling time to go out and talk to his pitcher.
Probably a wise move on his part because really up until this inning, Wes, the Royals had not put any kind of a threat up there. Last inning, they did have a base runner. They had their first base runner last inning, and that was on an error. And once again, I'm sure that Coach Bunnell has got a lot of confidence in Ryan Pepio, and but there is nobody warming up in the bullpen. So Coach Bunnell makes his way back to the third base dugout. Cole Jacobs steps back in. 2-0 is the count on Jacobs. Runners on second and third, no outs. Top of the fifth, the Royals threatening to get back into this game. The pitch to Jacobs is way outside, 3-0. What's your strategy here with a 3-0 pitch here, Wes?
He's got to be taking. If you can get bases loaded, no outs. With the top of the order right around the corner.
That was close, but it turned out to be ball 4. So the Royals have the bases loaded. And we're going to get a pinch hitter here. It's going to be number 6, Jackson Howard. Jackson Howard plays a lot of left field for the Royals.
He's hitting for third baseman Jack Lang. Coach Henson hoping to take advantage of this bases loaded, no outs.
Yeah. Strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Pepio. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. They'll give up the run for the double play, which they did. But on the play, the Royals do score 1 run, and they'll have a runner at third. And 2 outs. At the top of the order, Jackson Sweeney up. You know, we've had a few dry days here, Wes. What a difference that makes in how the ball is traveling across that infield.
Oh, it definitely does make a difference where it was much softer coming in. Definitely firms up. And then today's rain probably made it just perfect.
There's another ground ball to third base. Snyder scoops it up. And Harrison Freed, I think he tagged him.
He did. That was a nice play by him, too.
He was pulled off the bag, but he ended up making the play.
Yeah, he was pulled up the line to make the throw, or to make the catch, and then was able to swipe tag.
But that's the third out of the top of the fifth for the Royals. But the big thing for the Royals is they got on the board here, Wes.
Yes, they did.
We were talking in the beginning of the inning that how important it was for them to get something back here. It would have been obviously nice for them if they'd been able to get a little bit more. But let's not get greedy, take what we can get.
Well, and they didn't have any hits going into that inning, so getting that first hit up on the board.
Yeah, that's big.
That's big.
You know, getting the hit.
And then getting the run, too.
Yeah, I mean, they proved to themselves that they can hit Pepio. And, so they've shown that they can do that. And now what the Royals need to do here in the bottom of the sixth is they just plain and simple need to hold hold the Shamrocks. If they can't hold them here, and it appears as though Jonathan McGee is done with his warm-ups out there in the left field or right field bullpen. So my guess is that if Mike Packmeyer runs into any difficulty at all, that Scott Henson will go to McGee. Left fielder Logan McClurg steps in. Strike one on McClure. Bounce back to the pitcher and bounced out to the shortstop so far in this game.
Chicago was winning 5. I've seen them before together. And they were with REO, I think, a year or 2.
I think we had a little bit of confusion there between Packmeyer and Irick, and Irick elected to call time to go talk it over.
Probably a good thing.
Well, this is a critical time in this game, probably more so for the Royals than it is for the Shamrocks. The Shamrocks have got a 3-0 lead, and if they could score some more runs here, that would be good for them. But the Royals just cannot afford to give up any more runs at this point, Wes.
Yeah, not at all. When you got Ryan Pepio just out there dealing, it's going to be
hot
hard.
shot! Wow! Jack Lang just dove for that ball, and that ended up in his glove for the first out of the inning. What a play!
That sounds like it was. With my vantage point here, I've got this column right in front of me, and I missed it.
Well, he just dove out there, and he was 90 degrees to the ground when he caught that.
Wow. Those are the ones you dream of as an infielder.
Mm-hmm.
Those Superman diving catches.
Well, if you missed that play, you can watch it on demand later on tonight at hctvsports.com.
That's true. I'll have to go back and do that.
One out. 2 balls, no strikes on Harrison Freed. Ground ball to the shortstop. Washburn picks it up. Gets it over to Callahan for the second out of the inning. Pitcher Ryan Pepio steps in. Get a line drive right to the center fielder, Cole Jacobs, his last time up. Jacobs made a beautiful play on it. Bounced out to the shortstop also. Swing and a miss.
You can tell from that swing that he's pretty much a pull hitter, judging from his other at-bats as well.
Mm-hmm. Another strike, 0-2. Well, Cole Jacobs is shaded just a bit toward left field.
Yes, he is.
And Brock Burns is shaded a little towards center. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, third out.
Good inning for Packmeyer.
Very good inning for Packmeyer. So, in the bottom of the 5th for the Shamrocks, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on the bases. At the end of 5, score remains Shamrocks 4, Royals 1. Now, due up for the Royals, in the top of the 6th are Matt Gorski, J.B. Washburn, and Carter Pori. Say, from personal injury claims to complex business litigation and all the way on to divorce cases, Church, Hiddle, and Antrim protect the rights of individuals, businesses, schools, and government bodies all around Indiana, including Noblesville, Fishers, Merrillville, and Tipton. Contact their Noblesville office at 317-773-5320 or visit their website, www.cchalaw.com. Church, Hiddle, and Antrim. Hope you'll be able to join us Monday morning at 10 a.m., bright and early, after you've celebrated the Indianapolis 500 on Sunday. What better thing to do on Monday than either spend the day at the ballpark here at Dunker Field or join Wes and I back here on Hamilton County Television. One of these two teams will be playing Monday morning at 10 o'clock. We'll just have to see who it's going to be.
That's right. They'll be taking on the Fishers Tigers.
Yep.
Who won the first game of tonight's set 2-0 over North Central.
Matt Gorski, J.B. Washburn, and Carter Pori are due up in the top of the sixth for the Royals.
Heart of the order for the Royals, looking to do some more damage, try to chip away at that lead.
2 balls, no strikes, Matt Gorski. Big swing and a miss by Gorski. Two and one on Matt Gorski. Way outside. I don't know if Pepio might have slipped off the rubber on that one, but that ball was almost on the outside of the batter's box there on the right side. Three-one pitch over the outside corner at the belt. Full count on Matt Gorski. There's a high pop up to center field. Milo Beam camps under it, makes the catch for the first out. Center field has been busy tonight, Wes.
It really has.
In both games,
Both
it's been
games.
very busy.
Yes.
Shortstop J.B. Washburn steps in. Fouled out to the catcher, Jacob Garrett, in the first inning. Rung up on strikes in the fourth. Right over that lower outside corner. For strike one. Swinging a little foul. 0-2 on Washburn. Once again, the Royals really need at least 1 or 2 runs this inning, West, to stay in this game. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
With Pepio still doing his damage from the mound, though, it's going to be tough.
Yes, it is. He is throwing hard, and that time he threw hard right into the hip of J.B. Washburn. I think that's his, was that his second or third batter that he's hit so far this evening?
I think so.
Carter Pori steps in.
Not my job to run around the curveball, so you've got enough to throw at.
The Royals with only 1 hit so far this evening. A total of 3 base runners through 5. Strike called.
And that's why.
Yep.
Pepio is all over that strike zone.
Pop up, the first baseman Freed is under it, in foul territory, makes the play. Harrison Freed's counterpart, Owen Callahan at first base, steps in.
Callahan lined out to right field in his first at bat and then grounded out to third.
Just a reminder, fans, the concession stand will be closing in 5 minutes. Concession stand closes in 5 minutes.
Foul ball straight back. Evens accounted 1-1. Pepio does not seem to have lost anything on any of his pitches, Wes.
No, he hasn't.
He appears to be right now just as strong as he was in the first inning.
Had a couple of wild throws in that J.B. Washburn at bat with the one that went back to the fence.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, he's still solid.
Swing and a miss by Callahan.
He's sitting at 71 pitches through 5 2/3 of an inning, so he's right there on track.
He's on cruise control now. The 1-2 pitch. Outside. Evens it up at 2-2.
Jackson Garrett wanted that call.
Yeah.
He held that one long enough for umpire Titus to look at it a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think that was just a shade too far outside.
It's all
Close.
all in the presentation.
Yeah. Close. It was very close. No doubt about it. Chopper in foul territory. Callahan will have another chance. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, 1 man on.
Jackson Freed tried to pull a quick one on that, trying to keep his feet in bounds to make the play. So he had an easy put out at first. Just carried him a little too far outside.
Couldn't quite do that pirouette to stay in there, could he, on his toes? The 2-2 pitch from Pepio. That one's inside, gets away from Garrett, and Washburn takes second. I think is that going to be a wild pitch or a pass ball? That's what I was thinking, pass ball. So on the pass ball, J.B. Washburn moves up to second base. Owen Callahan with a full count. Brock Burns on deck. The full count pitch from Pepio. There's a bouncer to the shortstop, Meyer. Over to first, in time, makes the play.
Nice play by Harrison Freed at first base to dig that out.
Sure was. That thing could have very easily bounced away. So in the top of the 6th for the Royals, there was no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on the bases. Middle of the 6th, score is Westfield 4, Hamilton Southeastern 1. Ivy Tech prepares Indiana residents to learn, live, and work in a diverse and competitive environment. To answer any questions on enrolling or general information, visit their website at www.ivytech.edu or give them a call, 317-921-4300. That's Ivy Tech Community College. Wes, we're moving into the bottom of the 6th here. The Royals need to hold them. The Shamrocks would like nothing more than to get another run or 2 here, although if Ryan Pepio can continue the way he's going, they probably don't need any more runs.
Yeah, HSAA definitely needs to do something in this next inning. Westfield does have someone up in the bullpen. It's hard to tell who it is.
Yeah,
now that the sun's gone down.
Yeah, the gold numbers are very, very hard to read. Matt Myers steps in. 2 for 2 so far tonight. First pitch is a called strike. Myers scored one of the runs in the 4th inning.
Westfield has Logan McClurg down in the bullpen getting warmed up in case Pepio needs him.
Washburn with a long throw.
That was a tough play for JB.
That's going to be a base hit.
Ball was hit to the hole with good speed going to first base.
A good speed going to first base, but also the ball got there pretty quick too. But again, he had to turn and throw, and with the speed of Myers, he was able to beat that out for the infield single. Jackson Garrett steps in, had a double his last time up.
He's the one who hit the right field line.
Yeah.
On the Brock Burns diving attempt. I believe that scored Westfield's first run.
Yes, it did. Yeah, he brought Myers in. Actually, it scored 2 runs.
Oh, did
for them? Yeah.
Okay.
Scored Freed and Myers. Because there were back-to-back singles and back-to-back doubles. Oh, and 1 on Garrett. Quick throw over to first.
Nice snap throw over.
Mm-hmm.
I think Meyer was halfway expecting it over there, though. He got back pretty easy.
Jackson tries to bunt that one, goes foul. 0-2 on the catcher, Jackson Garrett. Garrett's courtesy runner, Cameron Nance, scored the 3rd Shamrock run in the 4th inning. Still 0-2 on Garrett. Foul back. Just managed to get a little tip on that ball. How many pitches has Packmeyer got now, Wes?
Right now, Packmeyer is sitting at 71. But what's more impressive, of that 71, 58 have been strikes.
There's number 59.
59.
First out of the bottom of the 6th for the Shamrocks. Third baseman Logan Snyder steps in. He's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. Scored the 4th run for the Shamrocks there in the 4th inning. Foul ball off to the right. Just never ceases to amaze me how in the game of baseball, how one bounce of the ball or something like that can make such an immense difference. 1 inning in this game.
1 inning.
But it's all part of the game.
Yeah. They talk about it being a game of inches. And
it is.
The ball down the right field line was definitely inches from being foul.
Well, the difference between it being foul and fair, difference between the possibility that Brock Burns can make a great catch. He's coming over in foul territory this time. And
he just overran that one.
Barely missed that.
He just overran that one. That was almost deja vu.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because it was maybe less than a mower width.
Right.
I guess that's a good way to describe it. Less than a mower path width. That's a hard one to say. 0-2. Another foul ball over to the right side. Callahan chases it, but that's going to be into the stands. Not too far from our cameraman Will up there in the stands.
We've already had one casualty this game.
Yeah.
The catcher cam was taken out.
Yep.
But I think it's been reset. So, thank you, Jim.
Still 0-2 on Logan Schneider. That's going to fall in there for a hit. Burns has got it. Matt Meyer made the big turn at second.
Boy, he did.
And got about maybe between a quarter and a third of the way around there and put the brakes on. He did manage to get back to first in time, but one out, two on. Designated hitter Will McCool steps in. Struck out and reached on an error. There's that nice inside curveball right over the corner of the plate for strike one.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Meyer didn't try to take third.
I thought he was there at first where that ball was. It would have taken a good throw to get him, but at this point in the game, ahead by 3 runs, I was watching the Westfield coaching staff, and they had the stop sign up on him. Foul ball. I wonder how many 0-2 counts Packmeyer's had tonight.
Quite a few.
This is the second, at least the second time this inning. Rich Harden is telling me that all 4 batters this inning and run up there 0-2. Ooh, close, 1-2.
I mean, that's only 13 balls that he's thrown this entire game.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Incredible.
Ooh. 2-2.
That just shows the efficiency of this Westfield offensive team.
Mm-hmm. Swing and a miss.
They're getting good quality at bats, fouling balls off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a stat that's almost as important to coaches as the batting averages or the number of quality at bats that you get.
7th strikeout of the game for Packmeyer. Max McCool steps in. 2 grounders to the second baseman so far tonight. Swings and misses at the first pitch. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2.
Yeah, he couldn't hold back on that one.
5 batters so far this inning, all 5 of them with 0-2 counts.
That's impressive.
That's amazing. That's incredible. Swing and a miss. 8th strikeout of the game for Michael Packmeyer. In the bottom of the 6th for the Shamrocks, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on the bases. At the end of 6, Shamrocks 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Royals 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. The Royals Wes, the Royals have got some work to do here in the top of the 7th if they're going to get back into this thing. And Ryan Pepio just seems to be cruising along.
He does. Hopefully the Royals have got some things figured out that they can come to the plate and get some runs across to at least tie this game up.
Of course, Pepio, I think, I know he plays football, and I can't remember if he plays basketball too or not.
I don't think he did.
Brock Burns, Mike Packmeyer, and Cole Jacobs are due up here in the 7th. If any of them reach, they'll go to the bottom of the order with Jack Lang.
I think it's pretty tough to be a two-sport athlete, first of all, but to be basketball and baseball.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's a tough combination because you're coming off of a grueling season of basketball.
Yeah.
And straight onto the baseball field.
With very little, if any, rest.
Right. And with baseball being such a timing sport, it takes a couple of weeks to get into that rhythm.
Brock Burns swings and fouls the first pitch back. He scored the Royals' only run of the night in the top of the 5th when he reached after being hit by a pitch.
I think that got umpire Titus on the foot.
I saw it hit somebody. I wasn't sure who it hit.
It almost looked like it caught Burns on the back foot.
That's what I was thinking at first.
But I think it caught Titus.
2 balls and a strike on Brock Burns. Royals need runners. Shamrocks need outs. Outside, 3-1.
Burns is looking for his pitch here.
There's a ground ball to third base. Snyder scoops it up over to Harrison Freed for the first out of the inning. Pitcher Mike Packmeyer steps in next. Strikeout and a base hit for Packmeyer so far tonight. Packmeyer has the only hit in this game for the Royals. 2 of the other base runners reached after being hit. 1 reached on an error.
Yes. And if you'd have told me that before we started the game, that he would have the only hit so far in the game going into the 7th inning, I'd have had a hard time believing that.
Yep.
This Royals team has been so offensively strong all year.
They have been.
Putting up big numbers.
But you can't take anything away from the Shamrocks here, Wes. They have played a very good game tonight.
They really have. And it all starts on the mound.
Packmeyer collects his 2nd hit of the night.
Which also doubles the hit output for
the total, yes. See if we're going to get a courtesy runner for him or not. Yes, we are. It looks like that will be Carter Lohman coming in to pinch run for him.
Now for the Royals, center fielder number 9, Cole Jacobs.
So the courtesy runner for Packmeyer, fellow pitcher Carter Lohman. Cole Jacobs is the batter.
Cole has walked and flied out tonight. He's done a nice job in center field.
Yeah, I forgot one of the runners came by the walk. I think that's the only walk that's been given up in this game. Pepio probably is not going to pay a whole lot of attention to Carter Lohman over there because That run really, at this point, is insignificant.
Yeah, with a 3-1 lead.
Yeah.
Or a 3-run lead.
0-2 on Cole Jacobs.
Especially now that he has Jacobs in the 0-2 hole. He'll focus on him to get the strikeout.
A little bit low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pepio wanted that one.
The whole left side of the stadium wanted that one.
Yes, they did.
And it was close.
It was.
Very, very close.
Just a little low.
That one hit him.
That one got the umpire, too.
So the Royals have runners on first and second with the tying run coming to the plate. The tying run is going to be in the form of number 10, John McGee, batting for Jack Lang. Third batter that Pepio has hit this evening. He's had more runners on base by hit batsmen than anything else. Given up 2 hits, 1 walk. Is that what you got? You got him for 1 walk?
Yes, that's what I've got. And that one went off of Cole Jacobs and hit Titus, our umpire behind the plate.
Mm-hmm.
That one got him pretty good. Coach Bonnell's out there talking to Pepio and his infielders, trying to get them settled down, refocused.
The Royal faithful are sitting there saying, how long are you going to let him talk?
Well, when an umpire gets hit like that, he's allowed to take as much time as he wants.
Yeah. So John McGee is the pinch hitter for Jack Lang. One out, 2 on. Top of the 7th. Outside, ball 1. Nobody throwing in the Shamrock bullpen. Although, as you were saying earlier, Logan McClure was warming up in there between innings, so in all probability, he, if they're going to make a change, probably bring him in from left field.
Right, that's where they'll go.
2-0 on the pinch hitter, John McGee. That one hits that inside corner for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. That one's over the plate again, another called strike. Evens the count at 2-2. McGee is a good power hitter. They're playing him almost straight away.
Yeah, he's got 1 home run on the year, so he does have the power to put it out.
Foul back.
1 swing, he can tie this game.
Yes, he could. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. We're in the top of the 7th. Strike 3 called. I think, Wes, there was a case where John McGee had not been paying much attention to what that umpire had been calling, because that ball was right there where he's been calling that strike all night.
Exactly.
Jackson Sweeney steps in, the last hope for the Royals.
that one should not have caught him by surprise.
Exactly.
He should have known that was coming.
Swing and a miss. The 0-1 pitch. That one's a little bit outside, evens it up. I just don't see where Ryan Pepio has lost anything on the mound there, Wes.
No.
He is throwing just as hard now as he was, about 85 pitches ago? There's a high pop-up. That should end it.
That might do it.
Center fielder Beam is there, but the left fielder Logan McClure takes it. In the Westfield Shamrocks have defeated the Hamilton Southeastern Royals in the opening round of the IHSAA sectional. Final score is the Shamrocks 4 and the Royals 1. Wes, comments on this game?
What a tremendous job by both pitchers. We saw that in the first game tonight. A great pitching duel. We got the same thing here. You can't blame Michael Packmeyer for anything. Throwing 14 balls the entire night in a 6-inning game is I don't think I've ever seen that before. But Ryan Pepio for the Shamrocks, when Coach Bunnell went out there that last inning to calm the team down, if he had any thoughts of taking Pepio out, I'm sure Pepio said, no, I'm not coming out of this thing. He was dealing all night long, and you could tell in that last inning he was the one that was going to close it out.
Well, you know, we said before the first game tonight, before the Fishers North Central game, when it comes to sectionals, when it comes to Hamilton County baseball, when it comes to HCC baseball, anything goes.
It does.
And this is just another one of those examples of that. It's a thing where these teams, really 5 of the 6 teams in this sectional, really could honestly have a good shot at winning this thing. Now it's down to 4 in that, and any of those 4 could still win this thing. And it's almost a shame that there isn't some kind of a seeding system at times to try to do that. But that's one of those things that has got to come yet.
Yep.
Say, we'd like to give a special thanks to all of our hometown television sponsors that sponsored our sectional game this evening. That's Classic Movie Events, Community Health, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Ivy Tech, Logan Street Signs and Banners, and Noblesville Trophies. Wes, any last thoughts?
What a fantastic night of baseball. Both games were great, and I'm looking forward to Monday, the 10 a.m. game featuring the Fishers Tigers and these Westfield Shamrocks. Thinking back to the games that they played against each other, it's going to be a good game. And
no doubt.
Then that second game of the semifinals with Carmel and Noblesville facing off. 2 giants in the state right now. Monday's going to be another great day of baseball.
Well,
Can't wait.
You still got 3 top 20 teams in this, and a team in the Shamrocks that has shown that we didn't have exactly the best season, the kind of season we would have liked to have, but we can still come and play with the big boys.
That's right.
And in that, it's a shame to see a season end like this, but this is the way athletics are. That unfortunately, somebody's unfortunately for 2 teams, their season had to end this evening, and unfortunately, it happened to be for the North Central Panthers and the Hamilton Southeastern Royals. Well, we'd like to remind you that coming up on Monday, we'll be on the air about 9:50 a.m. with a little bit of a pregame. And then we will bring you the Westfield Shamrocks and the Fishers Tigers. And then immediately after that, it'll be the Noblesville Millers and the Carmel Greyhounds. And we'll take a little break and maybe run across the street to the sandwich shop. And about 7:30 Monday night, we'll have the championship game. It'll be it's going to be a little bit of a long day, but again, I look forward to this time of year because you know you're going to see good baseball.
And there's no such thing as a long day when you're at the baseball field.
On behalf of Wes Sheely, Will Wolford, and also our buddy Mr. Jim Wofford, we appreciate you joining us tonight. Hope you will join us on Monday. Good night.